Amazing chef cooking skills. Choosing to start a career as a chef is something anyone can do at any time in their life. With the hospitality industry continuing to grow year on year, there remains a high demand for skilled chefs, and the requirements for you to get started may not be as tough as you anticipated. There are many skills needed to become a chef. There's no doubt that you'll need to be able to cook, but being a chef is more than just putting food on a plate. You also need to develop and master some key skills. Willingness to learn. Becoming a chef can be a hands-on learning experience, and like they say, practice does make perfect. You must master flavors and techniques of different dishes, which can take time and a lot of energy. In order to become a great chef, you will need to be open to constant learning. Genuine passion. The life of a chef is demanding, as the busiest working days are often those when other people are out celebrating. Christmas, Valentine's Day, or Mother's Day, to name a few. Therefore, you must have a real desire to be the person who makes other people's dining experiences special. Protecting and encouraging your passion for all things culinary will keep your artistic flair alive and help you enjoy your work. Organization. We know that kitchens can be a very busy environment to work in, and so it is essential that you have the ability to always work clean and tidy. This skill is key to Chef Sean Hughes. Work clean and tidy. You see a lot of chefs that are technically very good cooks, but as soon as it gets busy, their section gets messy and they really struggle. If your section is a mess, then your brain will be too. Take the time to tidy up as you go so that you won't get overwhelmed in your section. Wipe your surfaces down and put everything back where it belongs. Stay organized to stay in control. As you progress in your career, having excellent organizational skills will ensure you manage staff efficiently and help you to control every aspect of the kitchen, from the flow of work to the plating of dishes. Ability to skillfully multitask. There can be many elements of food on one plate to make up a complete dish. Now think, that plate belongs on a table with 3 other mains plus sides. If that table had starters as well, that's probably 4 other previous dishes that need factoring in to how and when this one dish comes together. Being able to think about everything at once and to understand and know what each section of the kitchen is working on is a skill that is very hard to master. A head chef will be able to do this very well. They will also understand and know what the customers are experiencing and what the front of the house team are doing at any point during service. Creativity. Becoming a chef involves more than just following a recipe. A chef will be creative in terms of putting a menu together, how the dish looks on a plate, and how it tastes to the customers. They will also be creative in planning how the kitchen works. Some chefs will even take charge of decor, tableware, and seating arrangements in the restaurant. The creative reputation of a chef is often what brings customers through the door, so don't be afraid to experiment with your creativity. On top of that, the mental energy required to cope with the pressure and being on top of your game, your section, and your kitchen can be huge. An experienced chef will have excellent stamina to remain focused and consistently produce dishes for customers. Remember, skills like these can take a lifetime to perfect, so don't worry if this list doesn't sound like you, yet. Be aware of the key skills needed to be a chef is a step in the right direction. According to the Cambridge Dictionary, a cook is someone who prepares and cooks food, while a chef is a skilled and trained cook who works in a hotel or restaurant. These definitions imply that a chef is a type of cook, but they differ in that a chef has developed learned skills and has undergone training. This definition would also suggest that chefs are likely to work in restaurants or have done so in the past. Although these are the official definitions of a cook and a chef, people who work in the industry tend to have very strong, often differing views on what constitutes each. The job title cook can apply to those working in many different settings, such as schools, hospitals, and prisons. Often, food is not the main priority of the establishment, as it would be in a restaurant. Dishes in schools, for example, are not prepared with the same level of precision, and the intention may be to provide food purely for fulfillment, rather than as an experience. However, cooks aren't just those working in establishments that are primarily non-eateries. Some people argue that cooks exist in restaurants too, and are usually those who follow existing recipes, rarely deviating or experimenting. In contrast, a chef typically works in eateries, where ingredients tend to be fresher and presentation is more considered. Often, chefs will have studied and gained knowledge to get where they are. As a result, they arguably have a greater understanding of techniques and flavors. Furthermore, they tend to know how to make everything from scratch. Good chefs can cook without following a recipe, knowing instinctively from experience what combinations of ingredients work. As well as this, they are constantly trying new things and experimenting with their dishes to create new variations. They are given the freedom to create their own recipes, and chefs are often partly, if not wholly, responsible for putting together menus. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.